Hey, good morning. Beautiful day here at Oshkosh. I have to say, this is one of my lucky days because I will be flying in a DC3 aircraft.
That's right, I'll be flying in the Placid Lassie, a D-Day survivor aircraft. A huge thank you to the DC3 Society for organizing this event and giving me the chance to fly in such a historic aircraft. We will be flying on a photo mission with the two other DC3s, Vieras, Jet Sails, and Spooky. Alright, let's get to the briefing.
Formation photo flight and get you guys some exposure and some content as well. We'll make sure to be around for interviews and conversations once we get done with the flight. Doug loves to talk, so he's your best interviewer when you get back.
So it's okay to move around, but, kind of keep the load balanced out in the airplane. We'd appreciate that. And then there's a door on the side right behind the engine on this side. We call that the hamburger hatch, because if you go out that hatch when the engine's running, you'll become hamburger.
I do.
So that's the thing there. The airplanes, will brief you individually on the seat belts in the different airplanes. Those of you riding this airplane will have a very plush experience. And some of you will be sitting on much more like the folks that did it 82. And so at some point during the flight, pause and remember what it must have been like to be in the dark with 19 or 25 of your friends and have to get out of the airplane.
We've all been flying this airplane for quite a few years, but it's been flying for quite a few years more than us. As Doug was talking about, the history of these airplanes is really important and it's really amazing. This airplane is in fact a D-Day survivor. This airplane was there for all the major campaigns of World War II, Operation Market Garden, Repulse. It was there for Bastogne. This airplane has been around for pretty much all of that. Joke we play on new guys when we have them up in the seat. What we'll do is we'll wait till they've got it all trimmed out. You run to the back, you watch their hand go forward to retrim the airplane, then you run to the front, wait for them to trim it again, and then run to the back. It's a whole lot of fun.
It feels very strange to see the exposed interior of the aircraft. I could clearly see the signs of restoration. Alright, we're about to start the engine. Stay tuned until the end of the video for an interview with the pilot. We'll learn what it's like to fly this aircraft and what qualifications are required to pilot it.
Time. They just happened to need a co-pilot, and I was lucky enough that they allowed me to come play with them. So it's been an amazing experience.
Talk about the experience of flying this historic aircraft.
I mean, really, to fly in this thing, and I mean, to recognize where this thing is done, to represent the people that, served for our military and flew these airplanes. I mean, we've met gentlemen, we had a guy who was a paratrooper. We were down in Georgia, hadn't ridden in a DC-3 since the last time he was in one was in 1944, bailing out of one with a hole in the side of the fuselage bigger than me and it on fire. Or, getting to meet the family members of the crew of this airplane, all these different things. It's just an amazing experience. The airplane is everything you've ever heard. It's big, it's friendly, it's like a giant Piper Cub, just a lot heavier on the controls. But it's really just, knowing where it has been and what it's done. Or when we were flying it, pretty much all the crew members have had an opportunity to fly this thing over the Normandy beaches, over France and to recognize the service and sacrifice of everybody and be able to be there and get an idea, not much of one, but an idea of what these gentlemen went through is pretty spectacular.
And talk about the foundation itself. What do you guys do? What's in your training?
So our whole thing is, like any of the organizations out here, we're trying to preserve and keep the memories of our crew members, the veterans, and everything alive.
Talked about the flying this airplane.
Sure.
You said it's kind of like a giant hypercar.
Yeah, so this airplane really, it's all about the fundamentals of tailwheel flying.
Right.
Aileron into the wind, opposite rudder to keep it straight, and that's pretty much all it is. The DC3 doesn't have any really big quirks, any big gotchas. It's mostly managing the engines. So especially like when we're in formation flight, my other pilot, we were calling out power settings and stuff like that because it's really about managing the airplane. It's bigger, it's heavier, but really it, like I said, all the fundamentals of flying, that's all this airplane is. But it's a wonderful airplane. So what's the kind of progression into flying something like this?
Exactly.
So really, it depends. The biggest thing is just coming to help out because, like I said, we're all volunteers. Anything you do is something that somebody else doesn't have to do. And, it's kind of you build up experience and qualifications and stuff like that. So if you want to be, so that's the first step is find your local organization and come out and volunteer. That's where I started was with a lot of these groups was, just sweeping the floor, cleaning an airplane, whatever. That all is really helpful. The next thing you're going to want to do if you want to fly something like this is you're going to need a tailwheel endorsement. That's one of the biggest things. Tailwheel endorsement and tailwheel time, one of the most important things to flying this airplane because it's not a super challenging airplane if you can fly a tailwheel well. So that's the next thing. Radial engine experience, well, that can be taught. To legally fly this airplane as a pilot in command, you're going to need a tailwheel endorsement, a multi-engine rating, a high-performance, complex, and eventually a type rating. You can go out in a weekend and for I think it's about $5,000, you could go get an SIC type rating.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It was a fantastic flight. Hope you enjoyed the video, and please support the DC3 Society.